Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and it is Thursday Night Live, and I'm excited to be talking to you. Um, uh, I've got so much information for you. We are going to have a great talk this evening, and we've got some major energy shifts coming to us pretty strongly during our Pisces season. So it's going to really be starting. Pisces season starts February 20th, and it's right afterwards when we have that 2020, that February 22nd, 2022 energy, all of that coming in. We're kind of really set up, and it's been coming in for quite a while, but there's a couple of planets that are coming in to really kind of change some energy around us. And this is going to be really a dynamic change. It's part of the great conjunction that happened in 2020. And then we've also got some other amazing energies. If you're on, make sure that you stop in and say hi. If you have any questions, definitely make sure to ask your questions about, and this is kind of like balancing our feminine and our masculine energy. And this goes for every person on the planet, but it also goes for everything on the planet as well. So I'm going to try to explain this really, really well. And it's something that I've really, hi, Carmen, random act of kindness day. It is. I love random acts of kindness. So Carmen, what is your favorite random act of kindness? Not that you've done it, just what would be your favorite? Hi, Jacqueline. That is what we're talking about, Jacqueline. That is what we're talking about. Vesta conjunct Venus and Mars. And it's one of those, it's happening right now, but it's going to continue to get stronger over the next several months. And then we're going to have several breaks in that as well. So it kind of like gets high and then it comes low and then it gets high again. So it kind of, that's what we're going to be talking about once we get some more people on. But since it is Random Act of Kindness Day, Carmen reminded me I had to do an extra video. I thought I did it and then apparently I didn't. So what is your favorite random act of kindness? Oh, it's one of the things I love. I love doing all kinds of random acts. And I love, actually one of my favorites is to buy other people's meals. It's one of my favorites. I love doing stuff like that, especially when I'm at the grocery store. If there's someone who works there and they're coming in to buy their food for lunch or a snack or whatever else, I love to buy their stuff. That's kind of fun things. And then at the end, we'll do some angel cards and get us hopefully a deeper insight into all of this energy. Paying for the person behind me in the Starbucks line. I think a lot of people love that one because it's just kind of like you never know what they've ordered. You never know that energy of it. But I know a lot of people that love to do that for the people behind them. Creating social skills. That's really cool, Jacqueline. That's really cool. Creating social skill worksheets for people with disabilities. That's really cool. I don't know what it means, but it sounds really cool. And I can feel the energy of it. I can feel your love wrapped up in there, Jacqueline. I can really feel that energy, that love in that, in what's going on. So let's talk about kind of balancing our male, female, our feminine and masculine energy. So kind of really in the Western world, especially. Hi, Miss Michelle. In the Western world, basically feminine energy is seen as weak. And it's one of those, and then kind of like masculine energy is always felt as strong. And yes, that's some of the differences between the two of them, but that's not the only thing. And people see it as weak, but it's one of those, I just figure it's more like a strength in a different area. Men are physically strong, and that's a great thing. But women have strengths that you can't really judge in that manner. It's not like, oh, I can lift this amount of weight or I can run this far or anything else. It's kind of a different type of energy, and it's a different type of way to kind of really understand what we're talking about. For many years, and I remember for years, and it's kind of like these little bits of memories throughout my lifetime of people talking about like, I feel too girly in dresses, and I feel masculine in pants. And I've heard this from women, many women over my lifetime. And that's what we're talking about is always people think about feminine energy as being weak or less than, and it's really not. We have our strengths and our abilities in different areas. And I think that's one of the things that most men kind of discount. But I also think because they discount it at home, if they discount it with their sisters and their mothers and cousins and nieces and all that kind of stuff at home, what do we expect any different from them when they go into the office space? They're going to discount their female counterparts at work. They're going to discount the other people, women around in their life, and not necessarily kind of lift them up. So this is kind of a great way to kind of start balancing this energy. And that's what we're talking about, is kind of this Vista is kind of like this asteroid that kind of balances energy really, really well. And then we've got this Mars-Venus aspect, and Mars and Venus really stay aligned for quite a while, not just in Vista, but in several other signs as well. So we're going to see that several times during our over 2022. So yes, a lot of times people think that we have strengths in our vulnerability, and we do, but we also have, like, this mama bear energy as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, mess with my family and boom, it's on. And so we have this very protective energy as well. And so it's really important to understand how important that is. And it balances out our male female energy. Each of us have something that we bring to the table. Men bring certain things to the table, and like the way they think about things. We're going to explain all of this in a little bit. So we're going to kind of I want you to start thinking about all of this first. So this is all about kind of like setting up this amazing energy for women. And it's not just to push down men. It's not to go, oh, men's energy is really, really bad. It's not to say that at all. What it is to say is we're needing to be in balance. And there is a lot of energy in the past where women were in charge of certain things and men were in charge of certain things. And now we're kind of combining all of those together in a very different, and I would say very honoring way to kind of balance all of this energy for us. I would say one of the things that I have found is a lot of times men are never really allowed to express their kind of more feminine side. I remember hearing parents and people around me when I was growing up, like telling my brother, like, you need to suck it up. You can't cry, or you need to hold it in. Men don't cry, all that kind of stuff. And it's wrong, because what you're doing is kind of pushing that little bit of female energy in the men. You're kind of like holding it down, because each of us have both masculine and feminine in us. Of course, if we're female, we have more female energy, but we do have that little touch of masculine energy. Therefore, men have mostly masculine energy, and then have this little touch of feminine energy. And a lot of times they're taught as a young child to suck it up, to hold it in, don't let your emotions go, don't cry, don't all that kind of stuff. Jacqueline's saying it's frustrating when people say that women are weak. We do have tons of strengths. We really, really do. And it's one of those, I think, it is. A lot of it starts with like be able to create life within us. Now, granted, we can't do that on our own, but it's one of those, we're the ones that carry that. And it's one of those, I don't know of any man who would be able to go through that sort of pain at all. That is, and I think women just kind of let that pain go aside, where it was really something, this great energy coming in us. And then, of course, you're talking about our monthly cycle. We have like this experiences death every month. And I think it's one of those, it is a very amazing energy when we have this energy that can create life, sustain life within us, and then create life. And it's one of those, we have that force of life and death in us all the time, no matter where we are, no matter what's going on. And this is all about enhancing the, like both sides. It's not putting down men and raising up women. It's not that. It's balancing us both at the same time, like bringing everybody up at the same time so we can balance this energy. In order to enhance our female energy, we have to come to understanding, and understanding not only for us, but the people around us. Like Jacqueline said, being able to create life within us is something that's very, very strong. And I have been working with several women over the last couple of weeks or so that are going through this. And if you haven't started going through this, I guarantee you will start soon. We're going to talk about all of this and how it affects our different chakras. Feminine energy is very fluid and very flowy, and that's why it's really hitting us a lot as we get closer to the Pisces energy, which I think we go into on the 20th, which is Sunday. And so that's going to bring a lot more fluidity to our energy. Masculine energy is more direct, more earthy, very logical, practical. But I guarantee you, for so long, we have been taught to kind of like minimize our female side and maximize our male side. So it's like, if you want to be successful in business, you need to be an aggressor. Well, no, you can be who you want to be, and you can still succeed in life, and you can still succeed in everything that's going on around us. We just do it in a different manner. So that's what we really need to honor, not only in ourselves, but honor in other women as well. And so this is really kind of fun and interesting as we go through this aspect over the next few months of balancing our divine feminine energy with our divine masculine energy. And as we do this, it's going to kind of balance the whole world. Jacqueline saying, I hope that clarity comes to the whole. This is a true feminine is, despite all of the it is. And I think one of the things that I have found is I grew up in a family mostly of women. I have 3 sisters and, of course, mom. And it was one of those, like, we were almost like taught not to kind of touch our divine energy. We were really taught to be more masculine. And I think I'm not the only one. I feel like that happened to a lot of people where we're kind of taught to like push down our feminine side and amplify our, Jacqueline, 3 sisters, it's crazy, to amplify our male side more than anything else. But one of the things I'm going to go through is some that I've been really working with a lot of other women, and I've kind of found a correlation to what some of the symptoms are. And you might have to go, that's me, in this. If you have been feeling disconnected, extra tired, like disconnected from not just family, but friends, but other females as well, kind of like really this disconnect, and even having panic attacks, there is a kind of a imbalance in your crown chakra. It's one of those to open up to the more of that divine female energy in your crown chakra. And I will be doing meditations to kind of push all of this energy, and a meditation for each one of these. And I'm going to be working on them this week. So hopefully by the end of my Thursday next week, we'll have them all out. Hi, Osvaldo. How are you doing? So let's talk about our crown chakra. This doesn't mean just for females. I will say this will be also for males. So it's kind of like we're kind of balancing both energies. If your crown chakra is not working to its fullest potential, you may find that you have lack of trust, lack of faith in others, and kind of lack in what your divine universe or your divine energy brings into you. You may feel extra fearful or extra stressed, stuck, or even stagnant energy. Hi, Miss Diane. Let's see. Lack of clarity, lack of purpose, lack of direction in your life. So you feel like I haven't found my life purpose and I'm still kind of searching for that. Experiencing overwhelming emotions. One of the things to do is when we activate the crown chakra is to kind of feel our peacefulness, our calmness. Even when we're under pressure, most women are very like, they're almost like icebergs. You know what I'm saying? Underneath the water, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, but on the top, we look calm, cool, and collected. This is all about making our own sounds, our own decisions, and feeling deeply connected to all living beings. This is kind of what people are going through right now. I've also found that a lot of people that are balancing this during this time frame will feel lots of headaches, migraines, insomnia, burning eyes, intense dreams, very intense deja vu, and they could also have skin breakouts. And where the breakout comes on your body is going to tell you what system is really going wrong. So that is only just for the crown chakra. So let's keep going. If you understand what I'm talking about and you're really understanding, make sure you reach out to me and let me know what's going on. Let's go into, let's see, our third eye. It's one of those, our third eye. A lot of people have been having trouble concentrating, being in the present moment, almost like kind of jump out of your present moment at times. And then it's kind of like your thinking isn't really coherent. It's kind of like not connecting all the dots the way it normally would. You get caught up in everyday life or feel unable to move beyond what's kind of like right in front of you. It's kind of like, this is right in front of me and I can't deal with anything else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is right stuck. You may feel out of touch with your intuition. You may feel like you have to ignore your intuition. And then also you may feel like often like you're really inside your head, like your mind is going a mile a minute, but you're not able to disconnect. Let's see, your third eye can also have challenges of headaches, dizziness, poor eyesight, and depression. So it's one of those. And then you may also have, this is one I found that was really interesting. It happened to a couple of my clients, have very addictive behaviors that all of a sudden that come up, like just out of nowhere, kind of like, okay, I've never been addicted to this and I can't get enough of this ice cream. Or one lady was like chocolate cake, I can't eat enough. And so it's one of those, it's kind of like soothing our inner, our inner divine goddess. When our third eye is activated, you will be working to your full potential. This will lead to making like sound decisions, taking responsibility for your portion. This will be great about staying calm under pressure, being able to see the big picture. I think a lot of women have this great ability to see the big picture. And if this is out of balance, you're going to feel like I'm out of balance. Let's see, unable to use kind of like both sides of your brain, kind of like it's either the intellect side or the imagination side, but it's really kind of hard to balance both of them. You will be able to reconnect to your intuition and be able to visualize the life you desire, and use the intentions to manifest what you really, really crave. Let's see. If you've been stuck in your throat chakra, you're going to feel chest congestion. You may have a lot of coughing, kind of clearing your throat. You may have a hard time like breathing down as deep as you should or could. Throat infections, ear infections, or flu-like symptoms. Not coronavirus, not talking about that. What I'm just saying is like you may have like mild flu-type symptoms. And that means your throat chakra is out of balance. When your throat chakra is not working to its full potential, you may feel withdrawn. You may feel like you've been already talking too much when you really haven't been talking. Or you may start dominating the conversation and then feel like you've kind of like lost, like, I don't even know where I'm talking about anymore. Like all of a sudden it's like, boom, I have no idea where I was going with this. You may have a fear of being misunderstood or judged. And then you also may have this overwhelming fear of voicing your own opinions, where you normally would have not a problem with that, kind of like, I'm not sure how to voice my own opinions. You may feel it difficult to express yourself verbally or non-verbally. So even if you're writing in an email or something like that, you may just feel like this overwhelmed, I can't get out my words, or I can't get out my train of thoughts and kind of going well with this. Once your throat chakra is in balance, you are going to feel much more confident. You're going to feel more comfortable speaking like your highest truth. Like, I feel this, or my opinion is this. You're going to be like, all of a sudden it's like, wow, I feel like I can really talk about the things that matter to me. Even if people disagree with you, it's kind of like, I have the responsibility to voice my opinion. I have the responsibility to kind of voice things out. You are going to have this amazing desire to express yourself verbally, spiritually, and creatively. And so this could be one of my clients I was working with earlier this week was telling me that all of a sudden, like, she hadn't felt like doing her art. And she's a professional artist. And all of a sudden it was like, as soon as we broke through this one, she was just like, like almost like I can't do anything but go home and work on this. Like I am so excited about this. It's one of those, you feel more confident, kind of making your own decisions and kind of really not really seeking the approval of others, where normally you're not feeling that anymore. So let's go into our heart chakra. If you are having problems with your heart chakra, it's one of those, you're going to feel this overwhelming energy coming in at you. Let's see. One of the struggles may be like to open up to other people, lack of self-love, kind of like beating yourself up, kind of like, I can't believe you made this mistake again. I can't believe you did this wrong, that sort of thing. You may also have like bloating in your womb area, kind of like your low abdomen area, and then kind of really unable to make choices. I would say also feeling judgmental towards other females, but also very judgmental towards yourself. And I would say one of the things that I found that was really interesting is kind of a lack of inner gratitude, of like gratitude of just what's going on around you, but then also not being able to see the beauty in anything, kind of not being able to really open up to that. Once your heart chakra has been rebalanced, you're going to feel more compassionate, more understanding and empathetic, more love. You're going to kind of like almost accept and forgive yourself, kind of, and this deep desire to really bring in some really healthy relationships. This is going to be really an interesting one. I would say also, once you do, you're going to feel like really healthy. Like your lungs, your heart, your arms, your hands, your circulatory system is really going to like, wow, zing into life. Your solar plexus, a lot of the people that I've been working with and have solar plexus blockages have been feeling nauseous, loss of appetite, very intense dreams, and almost feel like they're coming from past lives. Most of them have felt like it's coming in from past life. And then either slow or fast bowels. So either one or the other comes in with that. So when you have blockages in your solar plexus, it's one of those, you're going to feel less assertive. Kind of like you kind of tend to go along with the crowd instead of kind of like voicing your own personal opinions. It's kind of like, I don't know what else to do, so let's just do what everybody else is doing. Feeling tired, weak, or ill. You're going to have a very sluggish digestive system, and things that normally don't upset your system are going to upset your system. So be very cautious what you eat. I would highly suggest eating very grounding vegetables will be an easy thing for your stomach for a while until we get everything going in the right direction. And one of the things that I found also with the heart, the solar plexus, is that this one is one where people cling to like really negative patterns or thoughts. Like they'll just kind of like keep going over and over and over and over and over again. And it's hard to let it go, almost like, here we go again, here we go again. Once it is balanced the way it should be, you'll really be able to kind of feel like I can stand up for myself. And even if no one else agrees with me, here we go. You're kind of like following that gut instinct, kind of like, I know this is going to work. I know this is going to be the right thing for me. And you're going to feel really empowered. And I feel like this is something that a lot of people are going to be setting a lot more healthy boundaries. A lot of people that have gone through this and we've worked through things together have worked on like setting healthy boundaries, really setting professional, personal boundaries, and really a lot of that going on. Let's see. And also I would say kind of on the last part is kind of like letting go of behaviors that no longer serve you. Kind of like, that doesn't work for me anymore. My next one is like your sacral chakra. This is a lot of people have been having numbness in their legs, edema, swelling in their legs more than normal, muscle cramps, and pain in your feet. So this is all associated with the sacral chakra. Other problems could be related to your pelvis or lower abdomen, bladder infections, kidney infections. Let's see, loss of thoughts, like unable to kind of think past the next issue, kind of like you get to that point and you're kind of like, I can't go any further. Unable to express your inner thoughts about your relationships. That's been kind of like a really interesting one. The next, let's see, and this is all about your sacral chakra. Let's see. Once it is balanced, being able to discover what, you know what I'm saying, like your voice, discover your female, your femininity with ease, and kind of like this really interesting energy coming in. So Diane saying like a lot of her chakras are closed. I would say most people have their chakras at different open and closed levels. So it's one of those, usually they're not 100% closed, but most of them are closed, or they have a lot of debris on them, like having a dirty fan. So that's something really important. Once you get your sacral chakra balanced, you'll be able to manifest your desires with ease, and this deep down joy of just like, I just feel joyful because I feel joyful. There's no reason why, I just feel joyful. One of the things is kind of like accepting things instead of things like would normally freak you out. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, this is all going in the wrong direction. It's kind of like, oh, with ease, here we go. The last one is kind of feeling a more empathy and warmth towards others, more empathy and joyfulness towards others. So you're going to feel that once it's all in sync. Your root chakra. This is one that's been really, really more difficult. For most people, kind of like more stressful, when they feel out of sync of life, kind of very disconnected. I would say a lot of depression, a lot of being scared of things that they normally wouldn't be afraid of. That's why I thought was like, oh, this is really interesting, and kind of feeling like just just so low and kind of like out of things. Everything is happening above them, and they're like not even feeling like they're participating in that. This one also can make you feel like your stamina is no longer there, not able to kind of create your own resources or kind of feeling love. That's one of the things that I think has been really hard for most people. And a lot of people have had issues like regrounding their energy. Now, once it's balanced, grounding happens easily, happens with ease. It's one of those, a lot of love and acceptance for family and friends, and finding, the best way to put it is like very joyful, very happy with what's going on. And all of this is in play right now. And this will be in play most on and off throughout 2022. So know that this is something that is really important to balance now, and then keep it in balance throughout the year. This is really going to hit, we've got our full moon in the sign of Leo, and I think it just went into full moon status yesterday. And this is actually pushing, this lunation is really pushing a lot of that, along with other aspects in play. It's going to be really pushing us to kind of really balance and kind of release a lot of drama and a lot of old energy that we've been holding on to. And like, as I said, all of that comes in from our chakras, so we can release and let go. If y'all have any questions, ask them. I know I've been talking really, really fast because there's a lot to cover. I'm just trying to get everything covered. One of the things that I also found that with a lot of people is, as we were getting closer to this one, several of them that we're still working with and we haven't cleared everything out, have really felt that the moon was against them. Thought that was really interesting, because if you were going to kind of pick a yin or yang energy for the moon, it would be more of a feminine energy. And it's one of those, so a lot of them felt like the feminine energy was almost like pushing against them. So let's do a couple of angel cards and do that. But if y'all have any questions about this, I will help and answer anything I can, but I am working on the meditations now for everybody. Nature. This one comes in more with your root chakra. If I know it's cold as heck, someone turn on the air conditioner outside again in Texas. This is a really great one to kind of connect to the energy around us. Grounding yourself outside as much as you possibly can will make you feel better, feel more connected to what's going on. So the more you can do that, it will help all of your chakras, but I guarantee it's going to help your root chakra most of all. Self-acceptance. This came up in several of them. I know the sacral chakra came up with one, and then also in the heart chakra of not feeling accepted. But that's something that, like, it's like we almost don't like our own selves. We don't like us, or we don't care for us anymore. And that can be really harsh energy to work through. The next one is our guardian angel. We chose this time frame to come in, and I keep telling people that, and they're like, no, why would anybody choose that? Yeah, we did. We really, really chose this. And that's the interesting part of this, is we chose this time frame to come in. So it's one of those, know that you were divinely chosen for all of this. It's the great energy. We came in, we chose this, right, Diane? We chose this time frame, and we were built for this. So people are like, no, I can't handle it. No, you were built for this. You may not like it, but you can do this. Retreat. This is a very special card. If you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like you can't handle this, make sure you take some time for yourself. And if that's taking time off from work, or taking time off from the family, getting some time alone, kind of rebalancing yourself, I would definitely say take a salt tub, take a bubble bath, take some time to yourself and kind of reground your energy in there. And then give yourself, some special time, especially in the month as we go in this Pisces season. It's going to be a little bit stronger as we first hit this energy. Harmony. This is all about really basically balancing our harmonious side of our divine male energy and our divine female energy. This is all about finding the balance. This is not getting rid of one side because we love this one better. No. It's not about that. It's about adding this to what we already have and finding the perfect balance between everything. It's not pushing one is bad and one is good. Finding the balance in you. And I'm like, literally, like, my hands are like the whole body. Every archangel just like walked into space. So they are like talking about, like, yes, this is what people have got to be talking about more and more. This is the time to balance our male and female energy. And it's not about pushing one side down to balance the other. It's about balancing all of this in each and every one of us. Every one of us have male energy. Every one of us has female energy. It's time to balance this. And the more you keep yourself balanced, the more you're going to balance the other people around you. This, like I said, we are working, my team and I are working on the wording and the verbiage for all of these meditations. I will get them out sometime this week. If you are joining me for, I think the next meditation is for celestial meditation. It will be a very intense, all of these together, divinely guided chakra balancing meditation. So that's going to be a very intense one. If you're not able to join me in my office, if you pay for that meditation, you will receive it within 24 hours of me doing it here in the space. I'm picking up that 2022 energy, all that twos coming in, and I will get that out, and it's privately emailed to you, so you get a copy of it. It is a great meditation, and it's all going to be about balancing our male-female energy, and it is going to be amazing. I thank y'all so much for joining me. I know this one was a really, really heavy one, and we had so much energy and so much to cover. If you have questions, you can continue to email me, and I've had a lot of people work with me individually on balancing themselves, so we are not kind of working one-on-one with a lot of clients. I thank you so much for joining me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you again soon.